Leah Gabriel with the Fox Patriot Report. For all you patriots, this is for you. So you've probably heard the U.S. and other world powers have reached a deal with Iran over the Islamic Republic's nuclear program. It's either a great deal or a terrible deal, depending on who you ask, so let's talk about that. Praising the deal earlier today, President Obama said it was not built on trust, but on verification.
Today, because America negotiated from a position of strength and principle, we have stopped the spread of nuclear weapons in this region. Because of this deal, the international community will be able to verify that the Islamic Republic of Iran will not develop a nuclear weapon.
Well, Iran's President Hassan Rouhani also spoke earlier today. He reiterated his government's claim that Iran has never sought to build a nuclear weapon and will never do so. Israel isn't buying it and isn't happy. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls the deal a huge mistake.
By not dismantling Iran's nuclear program, in a decade this deal will give an unreformed, unrepentant, and far richer terrorist regime the capacity to produce many nuclear bombs. In fact, an entire nuclear arsenal with the means to deliver it. What a stunning, historic mistake.
Netanyahu also touched on the hundreds of billions of dollars in frozen assets that will be released to Iran.
In the coming decade, the deal will reward Iran, the terrorist regime in Tehran, with hundreds of billions of dollars. This cash bonanza will fuel Iran's terrorism worldwide, its aggression in the region, and its efforts to destroy Israel, which are ongoing.
And the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Bob Corker of Tennessee, says Iran continues to be the lead sponsor of terrorism in the world, and relieving sanctions would make the Tehran regime flush with cash and could create a more dangerous threat to the United States and its allies. Despite assurances from U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry that it is a good deal, Saudi Arabia may not be on board either. While officials have not publicly denounced the nuclear deal, Reuters is reporting that in private, the Saudis are expressing doubt.
The agreement we've reached, fully implemented, will bring insight and accountability to Iran's nuclear program, not for a small number of years, but for the lifetime of that program. This is the good deal that we have sought.
So what about that anytime, anywhere access to suspicious sites? What about those military sites? Well, a significant part of the agreement with Iran will allow UN inspectors to request access to Iranian military sites. This is something Iran's supreme leader has vowed to oppose, and access is not guaranteed. Tehran would have the right to challenge the request, which would then go to an arbitration board to decide the issue. That could give Iran time to hide any items that may violate the agreement. In other words, they couldn't come to an agreement on the military sites, so they didn't. And Iran can just say no without even violating this agreement, at least initially. So what do you think about that? For all you patriots, we want to hear from you. Give us your take on today's stories using the hashtag Patriot Report, and follow me on Twitter @LeahFoxNews. Thanks for watching. I'm Leah Gabriel.